Dun, dun, dun. More speed going blind. Do, 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 do. Let me put my headphones. Put my headphones in. See. Hope it works. I don't know if y'all gonna hear me. No, I'm gonna keep it set. Yeah. 'Cause it might smash a like button though. Anybody that's coming in here. Yeah. The left. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Salute. Damn. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling today, man? Smash that like button. Shit is live. We back live today. I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna be dropping new content. I got an interview coming out. I just been working, but today it's a lot to talk about, man. The whole Rick Ross thing. The whole 6ix9ine conversation with Big Bank. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot. Oh, Unc in the building. What's good, Unc? How you, fam?
What it do? What it do? What it do?
Chilling, 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 chilling. How you?
Oh man, I can't complain, man. I can't complain, baby. What's up
Yeah,
with you, nephew?
yeah. I was just telling everybody we gonna talk about that Ross thing, the 6ix9ine thing,
Yeah, yeah.
and everything that's been going on. I'm telling everybody, yo, make sure y'all smash the like button, like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Support Big
Okay.
Eagle
All
Talk.
right, we back right now. We back right now because you went off for a second. I'm here.
So yeah, yo, you saw the interview with 6ix9ine?
Yeah, yeah. I
How
watched
you feel
about
about that interview?
I watched almost half of the joint with him and Big Bang. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a good interview, you know what I'm saying? It's just the perspective. Like usually when you have a
Mm-hmm.
conversation with somebody, it's something you're trying to get out the conversation. So I understand, what Big
Yeah.
Bank was saying and everything, like, okay, and what?
Uh-huh.
But Big Bank was also trying to defend the street part of it and his homeboys
Mm-hmm.
part of it, not saying
Yeah.
I'm gonna come here to be biased. I'm gonna come
Mm-hmm.
here and try to provide the best information I can provide or give my
Yeah.
best opinion I can give. So
Uh-huh.
I don't think that happened in that discussion. Maybe it's
Mhm.
another 20 minutes I need to watch. But
Yeah.
the point that I
I,
watched, it was none of that.
Mhm. I think the conversation was needed. I think that people look at it from one side because I had a discussion with somebody that I said, yo, I said, if you really look at it, 6ix9ine was the overly loyal to dudes that wasn't loyal to him.
Yeah.
And the messed up part about it is that this guy didn't know none of these dudes from a hole in the wall, and he took and changed these dudes' lives, and they got so mad that they call him all type of names, but they not looking at what they did was foul. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that's even getting up in arms with him, you gotta question them like, is y'all loyal to y'all people? Because the way y'all on snake timing. Because if somebody changed my living experience, and I go from living in my baby mother's crib, living on the floor in the pound, to living in staying in mansions and in penthouses and going across seas and driving foreign cars and seeing all type of different things and mingling with successful businessmen and people that's in the industry, I would look at them crazy and say, yo, you wildin'. You basically destroyed something that could have been legendary for you, that could have changed your lives and your family's lives, and y'all could have had something in your last names. And now you crying about this man did y'all dirty. No, he didn't do y'all dirty. He did y'all how y'all dealt with him. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
don't feel good when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
want to make excuses, but when the tables get turned, everybody want to talk about, oh, that's messed up. No, it ain't messed up. Because if you
Yeah,
was treating them right, y'all would have still been in the position that y'all was in when y'all was with them.
yeah, exactly. See, only few people that I can look at that I can say in that industry that's honorable.
Hmm.
That's putting the heat down a little bit because it's hot out there
Hmm.
today.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Flip Star,
Hmm.
French Montana, and Tony
Hmm.
Yayo.
That's a fact.
Those individuals I can say that are loyal to the purpose, to the mission. Tony Yayo is
Hmm.
loyal to the bone to 50.
That's a
Split
fact.
Star is loyal to the bone with Buster Rhymes. He don't want his position. He don't want his play. French
Hmm.
Montana is loyal to Max B.
Yep.
Because all of these people have changed these people's lives or put them on track to change
Yep.
their life. And it goes to show you with people, all you have to do is sometimes throw a person the lob or the alley oop.
Hmm.
What happened when they get in position, they can be able to throw it back to you. So those are the loyalist people that I see or seen in this industry in the past 30 years. Is Yayo,
Hmm.
French Montana, and Spliff Star.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because like when I look at it, and I see a lot of these dudes, like people got mad about what Yayo told Bobby Shmurda, but what Yayo told Bobby Shmurda was facts. You took all that time for dudes to come home and turn their back on you, and a
Yeah,
lot of these dudes be overly loyal to dudes that ain't overly loyal to them, and
yeah,
that's the problem. You got to be loyal to the people that's changing your life. When Yayo was loyal to 50, he changed his life. He took him out of South Jamaica, Queens, and took him on private jets. That's why Yayo could talk the way he talked. Split
yeah,
Star is loyal to Buster because Buster took him from Flatbush and took him all across the world, and they've been touring ever since. And still to this day, he ain't never said nothing ill about that man.
yeah,
Everything is about if a person is changing your living circumstances and changing what you been going through and you don't have to see no more and you don't have to be in that hood. It's just like what Biggie did for D-Rock, and a lot of these dudes, they don't have that loyal bone. And a lot of these dudes is just what they could get out the opportunity. So when the
yeah,
tables turn and a dude cut them off, they feel some type of way. No, it
yeah,
ain't no type of way. You should have been overly low. You should have not been so doggone caught on what you could get out of a leak situation and try to build a situation for yourself.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly.
And that's why like you said, like we was talking about like with bonds, like Puff put you in some rock, like that right there, let alone to got you to any liquor company to be a spokesman for their companies.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I don't get with these dudes. Like they expect so much from a person when a person that don't have to do nothing for them. Like what I didn't like with Bones, like, bro, he went and talked for your got you a lawyer for your son, talked for your son, got in a situation with the people over there because he was going so hard for your son. And then you got the nerve to try to get mad with him because it didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go, man. Come on, bro. How much you want to do to do for you? You feel what I'm saying? Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's hard in those type of situations because
yeah,
I understand also on Bond's aspect that, excuse me,
yeah,
because I'm eating, I didn't eat all day.
yeah.
Sometimes people promise you things in private, and when you
Uh-huh.
know nothing but being a loyal person and this and that,
Yeah.
just like a woman who try to be loyal to a man who's out in the
Hmm.
streets and running around and being active, you're gonna get
Hmm.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Going to get disappointed. So
Yeah.
as a person who come from the streets or have that street mentality, you supposed to know, like, listen here, man. All I need is this person to get me in the right situation or opportunity, and I
Hmm.
can go for myself because I don't want to have no bromance with no dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
keep that bromance over there. I'm gonna
Yep.
get this money over here, whether Slovakia, Ciroc, or whoever.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's my only thing with bruh is what I'm saying. You rocked out with that man for years. You should have found or had a situation that can be
Yep.
set for you and your family the rest of your life.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I agree with you on that, because a lot of these dudes, man, it just go back to the Treyway. A lot of those dudes stayed there because they was in the videos. They got to go to the clubs for free. They mingling with certain people. but y'all
Mhm.
not taking the opportunity to look like, okay, if this thing ever fall off, I'll get me a position at one of these record labels
Mhm.
and still keep it flowing in motion. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. People put you in them rooms to get you situated in them rooms and in
Yeah.
them circles.
Yeah.
And that's what dudes don't understand. You getting around certain people in position, you gotta take the opportunity to look like, okay, oh, this the big dude for Atlantic Records. Okay, let me holler at him and let me tell him like my resume and what I do. This the big
Mhm.
dude for this clothing line. Let me talk to him and tell him what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
right there, you circulating the money seven
Yeah.
different ways. Where you basically just being over there like an extra groupie. That dudes don't feel sorry for you. You crying about what spilled milk? Ain't nobody crying over no spilled milk.
Yeah.
Closed mouth don't get fed. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. It's sad to say a lot of people are like that. They just want to
Mm-hmm.
be at the party. They just want to say I was with this person or that person.
Mm-hmm.
I always like, nah, I'm going home
Yep.
to the projects. I'm going home to the
Yep.
tenant. He going home to American. Nah, I'm good.
Yep.
If you gonna have a position for me so I can grow and extend myself, then
Mm-hmm.
I cut you at certain events.
Yep.
And that's it. I ain't no love, Lord,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't have a tiger around a lion, and the
Mm-hmm.
lion only eats, and the tiger don't eat. After a
Yep.
while, the tiger gonna be like, yo, my stomach grind. I'm
Facts.
either take his plate or I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
take his head off so I can have the whole plate and everything that come with it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what happens.
Yep. Yep.
And it's
Yep.
sad to say, that's probably what Pooh Shiesty and his people was putting in his head.
Yep. That's what I do believe that, because it's like I'm kind of disappointed in the pops because, like they said, the pops had a record label. So for a pops that you got an independent record label, business. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? You could have told him, listen, you know what? Let's get these lawyers. Let's deal with it the legal way. Let's not take it to the gangster level because we got to look. This man is dealing with different type of money and different type of people that's going to push that issue where the feds is going to come in. So let's
Mm-hmm.
not take it to the streets. But and when everybody ignorant and everybody looking at it on a street level, we gonna come with these hammers. We gonna start pistol whipping and start doing all that. That's when you lose it, and that's when you get the federal sentence. Because that now you operating like an organized crime situation. Now y'all organized. Now y'all acting like y'all mobsters, and
Yeah,
mobsters don't even act like that. So
yeah,
y'all taking it to a whole different disorganized crime type of situation where
yeah,
everything could be negotiated or some levels of, all
yeah.
right, this contract, let's do it like this. All right, he want to get out of here. I'll give you 100. I'll give you 500,000. Good for his
Mm-hmm.
contract to get out of
How
this.
many albums I got? Okay, well let
Yeah.
me do a double album on this joint.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
Yep.
it's a whole bunch of things that could have been done, but it
Hmm.
didn't. So
Yeah.
chalk it to the game, man.
Talking to the game because that's what it is. And it's like it's sad that a lot of these dudes is going out like this because they get in the change they live in situations, but they still got that nigga mentality. And when you still
Mm-hmm.
got that street nigga mentality, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Because it's a lot of it, like when I look at all these dudes and all these young rappers, man, they all going out bad. It's more of them in the jail than
Mm-hmm.
it is getting money in the music industry.
Yeah.
It's so much of them going to prison and getting federal cases than a little bit. And it's like, damn, y'all rappers, y'all don't gotta be out here killing anybody because there's so many dudes on the street that kill to have your position,
Yeah.
that want to get out the streets to get in the rap game. So for y'all to go back to the streets when y'all don't even gotta go back to the streets because you touring, you going on private jets, you mingling around these people. You don't have to be in the streets. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like they crashing out for no reason, and it don't make no sense. They not even putting no work in the studio. They put more work in the streets than in the studio, huh?
because you have these individuals who's misleading them and misguiding them. That's where it
Yep.
all comes out from. If you look at Keith Chief,
Yep.
once he got kicked out of Chicago by law enforcement, that was the best
Mm-hmm.
thing to happen for him. You don't hear Chief
Yep.
looking for trouble. You don't hear
Nope.
Chief keep getting caught up in anything.
Nope. He been on the low. He been on
Yeah,
the low. Like ever since that thing happened with him and 6ix9ine, he has been on the low. He
yeah,
don't you don't even know he even doing any music. Like
yeah.
he just be chilling. And
He ain't
and
gonna let
I
nobody
kind of
trick him
respect
out of
him.
position.
Yeah, he ain't letting nobody trick him out of position. And I think that's smart. I think that's what Dirk should have did. That's why I'm so disappointed in Dirk because he waited too late to do that pushing for peace thing. Because if he did not allow them to trick him out when they said, "Yo, you got to spin for Vaughn," a lot
Mhm.
of things would have not happened. What happened to him? Because once they told him, "Oh, you ain't spinning for Vaughn. You ain't spinning for Vaughn," a lot of these people want to see you crash out. A lot of them want to see you in them jails because Dirk could have just kept doing his music, getting that money. You know what I'm saying? He was in a
Mhm.
good position. The mayor of Chicago, he had the programs. His pops is successful out there with the stop the violence thing. He an imam. So he was really doing something. But it's like when you got these yes men around you and you got these dudes that's envious of your position, you're gonna have a OTF jam that's gonna dim your light and rain on your parade. And that's what happened. He had trusted too much people that he should have just cut off from the get-go and not had them around him or even brought them out to his crib.
Yeah, you should have. See, when you become successful like that, not because you no longer people friends and this and that, you have to
Yeah.
move cordially and deal with them cordially
Yeah.
because those situations happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Person can say, "Listen here, man. We've been trying to get this guy for 8 years, man. We
Mm-hmm.
give you 200,000 if you can bring this case in."
Yep.
And the person who bring them in may want to become the mayor, may want to become the district
Mm-hmm.
attorney or lead
Mm-hmm.
district attorney, and that's
Mm-hmm.
a high profile case, and that's how it do. A dude who never had 250,000 at one time or seen to, and you offer to turn the dude in, who
Mm-hmm.
don't feed him, who don't like this
Mm-hmm.
dudes do, and that's why I
Yep.
always tell young people, don't put yourself in predicament for nobody to telling you. Don't surround yourself around people who you feel you're gonna be hurt.
Yeah,
Or
that's
gonna
so
hurt.
true. That's so true. Cause I look at it like when him and King Vaughn had caught that case in Atlanta, I was like, and they got lucky that that case got dropped. I
Mhm,
said, if Dirk don't slow it down with these people, and he don't cut ties with these people, they gonna be the downfall of him. And it
mhm,
so happened. Look what happened in California. The whole thing with the Quando Rondo. Then the
mhm,
thing with the Crip dude that got locked up with loose cannon and him being involved in that. And it's like it just showed that Dirk just he allowed the yes men to ruin when he had great for himself because he had motion that he was really doing something big for himself. But when you got yes men, the wrong type of yes men around you and the wrong type of people around you, this is what happens.
yeah.
Everybody can't go, and I always believe that that's what really hurting is, and that's why I kind of like respect what French doing with Max
Mhm,
because because he keeping Max away from all that negative energy. Max is focused. He got Max. They in the studio. They working on music. They he making sure, yo, Max, we gonna fly you out, get you out, so you don't be around that environment. That's what a real homie's supposed to do.
mhm,
That's what a real. That's what somebody that's for your best interest and in your corner supposed to do is get you out from your environment. But when you got these dudes that keep you around that same environment, y'all going to the clubs and y'all don't not even on the guest list, y'all not even on the flyer, y'all just going there every night.
mhm.
Y'all getting it on with different rival crews. This is what happens. This is why the feds they build up the case so successful because they watching all the arguments on the IG lives, the arguments in the music, the arguments here on the social media, and now they know. Okay, now we know this is what's going on. And they've been building these cases on these dudes, the
Yeah.
Chicago rappers, the New York drill rappers, the South rappers, and even with the KCO thing. Look at that, the KSO situation with Fulio. Like all
Yeah.
that, the Fulio and all the Young and Ace, like they watching that because now they looking at it is this is a serious situation out here in Jacksonville. These young
Mm-hmm.
boys is wild. They out here killing and shooting. We gotta make an example out of these four because if we go for the next rapper out of this, we know how we gonna come for them. And they monitoring the raps, they monitoring the videos, they monitoring the crews.
Yeah.
And the perfect, the sad thing about all those cases is all that stuff could have been avoided if they had the right people in their
The
head.
thing is, because it's a business, this is what they do.
Hmm.
They're allowed them to shoot up, do whatever they got to do in their community. Why? Because it
Hmm.
brings police, it brings
Hmm.
detective overtime. And once
Hmm.
the detective get 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 hours overtime investigating a murder that they already know,
Hmm.
it had already been 3, 4, 5 years. Now they pass it on to the feds. You see
Hmm.
what 6ix9ine case said they was already investigating them boys 5 years before he even knew them.
Five years. They said they was investigating them from, I think they said 2014
Yeah.
all the way to 2018. They been had a big case on them, and this was before 6ix9ine even got in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
So really, when people be saying, "Oh, 6ix9ine," no, it wasn't 6ix9ine. It was CEO Chris that was the manager that brought 6ix9ine over there. That they said was the one that helped them with the case, and they never talk about that, huh? They
Mm-hmm.
never talk about that. They always try to put it on the artist, but they never put it on the dude that was on the phone with Mel and was on the phone with a lot of them that was hyping up the nonsense that was basically getting the information. So when it was time to strike, they already knew how they was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why like when people talk about 6ix9ine, I'm like, how can somebody that just was with them from 2017 to 2018 is the cause of their case?
Mm-hmm.
When it was somebody that was around them before he came in the loop
Mm-hmm.
that had a lot to do with their case. Like they had multiple robberies, multiple shootings, a whole lot of stuff that was involved in their case that they know. They knew what Nuke was doing. They knew what Harv was doing. They knew what all these dudes was doing before 6ix9ine kept in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
They just waited so they could get these dudes because they was doing too much. And then when Jim said the super violate, that's when they was like, okay, now we gotta come. When they said, yo, security get it too, and the super violate, that's
Mm-hmm.
when they said, okay, we coming to get them.
Yeah.
Because now they
And
talking
then
about
they
they gonna
wanted
hit
to
security.
they wanted to knock Shorty off in Vegas or LA, Vegas or LA.
Yeah,
And
no,
they
I think
heard
it was Vegas. I think it was Vegas on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, we can't let this happen. And that's when they stepped in.
That's when they stepped in. Because once they said that, we gonna knock them off in Vegas, and the security getting hit, it was too much going on. And I already saw it coming when the situation happened with Lucius Grain's son at Philippe Childs. When they came up there and they ran down and they had to fight with the security and Monster Brother had got shot by the security. I said they coming. They coming. Once they put their hands on the exec of a label, them people coming. They already got you now,
Mm.
you know. And that's what that people got to look at it that all could have been avoided if dudes would have if Shotty would have been more of
And
a leader than
like how
than
you
than than
mess
a
up a
crash
situation
out.
with Lucius grandson.
Yeah, him now. Lucius grandson, he got all of them. Oh, he got every one of them signed him. Like
Yeah,
6ix9ine, Trippy Red,
yeah,
uh Ice Spice,
yeah.
uh he had D Thing was signed to him. So
Mm-hmm.
he signed all these dudes under him and all that.
And
And
he makes sure they get their rights and they publish it and everything too.
yeah. And like a lot of people, because right now they had reshape Atlantic Records because now I think he's the president of Atlantic Records now,
Mm-hmm.
because it was Mike Kaiser and all them over there. They fired all of them, got them up out the building. and then they just put a whole new lot of the people that was on Universal. They brought them over there.
Mhm.
So like he's a smart dude. You know, they knew what they was doing, and I think what they saw it was enough. And when they didn't want 6ix9ine over there. They saw that okay, we did what we could do with these guys, but now they becoming overbearing, and we got to get we got to step down. And I think Shotty he felt offended, but you can't go just like with Pooh Shiesty. You can't get gangster with people that's music and record label execs. They
Mhm.
gonna call up people on you.
Yeah.
You know the days of Suge Knights running it.
I don't think Lucis was tired of them. He just didn't want
Yeah,
to be part of that investigation because them people
yeah.
already came and talked to him. Believe that.
They came and talked to him, and these dudes thought, okay, this is the days of Suge Knight when you could run up at Uptown Records or run up at Def Jam and smack dudes up and do what you want. That ain't going down. They learned from Suge like we not having that. That's why Suge when he came home, he was having problems with these labels because now it's like yo, we done with this, man. Now we got our own security. We got these dudes behind us, and they protected us from dudes like that won't come up here. We got the feds, we got gangsters, and we need gangsters on the payroll. We got everything because these labels, they get the gangsters too. That's a lot of people don't understand. They could get the gangsters to handle things too.
Yeah, and they have lots of those motherfucking military niggas and everything.
Yep,
So
yep,
it's different. It's not the early 90s no more.
yeah,
When you dealing with these multi-million dollar companies, you dealing with Secret Service.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? You dealing with COINTELPRO. This is
yep,
the reason why people like Sexy Red make the music to me, because those are part of counterintelligence program. They want to keep these
yep,
girls dumbed down. So you're
yep.
not dealing with some dude who saved up his drug money and started a record label. Those days are over with.
Them days is over with. And that's what I think a lot of these dudes is failing to realize. And I think maybe because a lot of them is coming home from prison, that they really believe that the industry is still how it was. But they gotta understand the industry is not that no more. It's
Uh-huh.
not that no more. These record labels execs is not scared of the gangsters coming in there no more because
Uh-uh.
they got security up the ass and they
Before you
will
walk
lock you
in the
up.
building, before you walk in the building, you got facial recognition. So
Facts.
you ain't getting too far or getting anywhere. And once you get past facial recognition, then you got armed security. You got the regular security before you
Yep.
get in, no guns with the suit on. Then you
Yep.
got armed security when you get in, and then you
Yep.
have the exec. By the time you get to his office, you got his personal security.
Yep. So
Them
it's
days
like
over with.
them days is over with.
And on and slam block doors before you have to walk in the door. Now these doors you got to get buzzed in and
yep.
got locks on the motherfucker, so you ain't
Yeah.
doing getting out of there.
Yeah, you ain't doing that. And I think they get misconstrued. And that's why I say like y'all dudes gotta relax with all that. All that gangsterism in the industry and all that. That them days is over with. They not that it's not that. That game is over with, man. It worked in the 90s. It worked in the
That's
2000s.
labels want that because they
Yeah.
prioritize these prisons. A lot of
Yep.
people get going in these new prisons. They building new prisons like crazy. These past
Yeah.
years, they done built mad new prisons, so they got to fill them up. So go ahead.
I was looking at a video the other day. They building super prisons.
Yeah,
Like the super prisons is like what they was doing with Alligator Island.
yeah,
They do it now with these new super prisons because these new super prisons that they saying the gates is going to shock dudes. If they start trying to jump over, they
yeah,
got the electricity that going to shock you.
yeah,
So that's the mentality they doing now, where they building super prisons,
yeah. They
and all these dudes is talking, man.
they bring the death penalty back in a lot of states. Like they're
Hmm.
not playing. They want you to act retarded, crazy.
Yeah, and I said this, I said New York is going to be like Baltimore and DC. The feds is going to start prosecuting a lot of people that they not going to let the states. And I told somebody this. I said, yo, the state is not going to be prosecuting no more of these cases no more in New York City because they see that New York City is too soft on crime. and
But
that they
they can't do that because every state is
yeah,
offended. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like they wanted to try something in Florida, our government
yeah,
told them, come down here, you're gonna get locked up because they don't have jurisdiction. So
fact.
the only reason why they do anything in the state is because they give federal funding to them. You know what I'm saying? But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of states don't need your federal funding. You know,
Yeah,
they need their federal.
yeah,
So this is why the
yeah,
funds can only come if you go across state lines and you do,
yep,
certain things when it consists of the Federal Reserve mostly.
yep, yep,
Federal Reserve nerd is private.
yeah.
You
And
going
uncle and
across lines with all that
yeah,
and African narcotics and things that's when they come
yeah,
in. But other
yep.
than it's
Uncle
they
Trizzy not playing.
oh yeah.
Uncle Trizzy not playing, man.
Now if New York is failed to run their government, then they
Yeah.
able to come over, with National Guards and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then they can come in and run
Yeah, do.
York or whatever.
Yeah.
This is
And
why they're doing all that goofy stuff in New York because that's what they really want.
they want that. Oh, I said that. I said that to somebody. I said, yo, they doing all of this so Uncle Trizzy can come in New York and then he gonna have to start governing because
Yeah.
they can't govern out here.
Yeah. So
That's what it is.
other joint we talking about? The 6ix9ine.
Oh, Rose, man. We was talking about Rose the other day. We got to get on Ricky Rose, man, because we was talking
The biggest boss,
about
huh?
the biggest boss, man. Everybody mad with him, man. Like the whole like him being the CEO. And I kind of look at it like this, like even though he was a CEO, people gotta look at it like you said, when we talk. COs is regular people. It's a lot of COs that come from the hood that got jobs that still hood. It's so many COs that I got this job, but before I was a CO, I was a street dude. It's just I never got locked up. I got a clean record and I got this job. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm doing this, but I still keep it official. And it's
Yeah,
a lot of them that was COs that kept it official that was still doing what they was doing back before they got the job. They was hustling and doing all that. They was doing it in the jails.
yeah, yeah. A
So
lot.
I never understood why people is acting like, oh, the rules. Okay, he had a job. Now the only thing I don't like that he could have said was, yeah, I had a job and I met my connect in there. Or I had a
Nah, he
job and I met the dude that put me
can't
on.
do none of that because whatever his plan was, that's his
Yeah,
plan. That's people's problem now. We feel that we have to say too much. Nobody needs to
yeah,
explain why you became a CEO. Number one, that was
yeah,
your job. What you want to work? A nigga work McDonald's and then you joke on them. You wanted to
yeah,
shit in the highway, then you joke on them. He wasn't a
yeah,
correction officer. So what?
yeah. That's a fact. That's
He
a
don't
fact.
owe no apology to anyone or any the CEO. I mean CEO. I got dudes that
Mhm.
were CEOs and dudes that was cops, and they'll protect me every time I'm in the club or somewhere and this and that. Don't worry, I'm
Yeah,
when you get to the car, I'm gonna make sure you get home, Gotti. But you know what I'm saying? So you can't discredit somebody because they're a correction officer. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. And I don't understand that, like, cause when I looked at when Yayo and Murder was talking about it, and I saw other people talking about it, and it was like, yeah, yo, that's why hip hop the way it is. But it's like a nigga got a job. You can't knock a nigga for having a job. There's a lot of people that had jobs.
How hip hop is hip hop, or not even hip hop. Rap is like this. Just listen as a rap. People just run their mouth. That's like people keep still talking about 50 told on Preem. That man ain't tell on Preem. Nobody from the Preem team said he told on him. Preem ain't said
Nope.
he told on. But that's how people are. They keep going at it. Just like with Rick
Hmm.
Ross, they keep going at it. People
Hmm.
people just need something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
a lot of people just run their mouth just to have a conversation or be relevant. I mean, there was times I'm in the street, a person say to me, "Yo, the coke price is going up." So what? I don't sell coke. Hey, yo, B, niggas got caught with a couple of bricks over here. So what? I don't care.
Hmm.
People
Hmm.
always want other people's opinions or they want to be in people's conversations or want to be a part of a gossip
Mm-hmm.
circle or some shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I think things always with a clear mind. He ha ha. He was a correction officer. That man had a job. Where so many black men don't have no job or couldn't get a job. He had a job. So what?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. He,
the man went to school. He went to Buffalo. Was
yep.
Buffalo State or Buffalo? He went to school.
Yep. Yep. He
But
went.
people would joke like, "Oh, you a college nigga?
Yeah.
You a
Yeah.
nigga who played tennis?" Oh, cause my family
Yeah.
had money to send me to play tennis, and your family didn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. Now, if you snapping on a nigga or whatever, that's cool for joking and snapping. But to try to discredit somebody because they family was fortunate to pay $200 a lesson for tennis,
Mm-hmm.
$300 lessons for golf, when you couldn't even when you had to almost get your head bust for some
Mm-hmm.
Jordans. So you supposed to get credit because
Yeah.
you almost got your head knocked
Yeah.
off in
I
Baltimore,
don't.
DC, and this
Yeah.
person here didn't have to go
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah, I don't be understanding that with the rap game, everybody be judging and be so judgmental. Like even like when people talk about Pop, oh Pop went to dance, he was a dancer, he was ballerina and all that. And I'm like, yo, he that man stood for his people. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, but that man stood for his people. A lot of y'all ain't stood for y'all people, man.
Yeah. Hold on, let me
You
see
know.
people in the chat because me, I like to check out the chat. They
Hmm.
said, "I'm getting his grub on." Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. What's up, Grandfish? What's up, Jason? What's up, man? What's up, C? Can y'all make it clap? What is that? That's some mook stuff. All yes men and women is bad to keep your circle. BG. What's BG? Who BG? He reminds me. Oh, Bullis Gotti. Okay. He reminds me of T. History. Rest in peace, Eden Nor. Oh, sweat. Y'all making fun, huh? They just caught a Mount Vernon officer that was selling drugs before he became a cop, and he just got indicted. You heard? Yo, Vic. What's up, man? What's up? What's popping? But yeah, back to what I was saying that
Mhm.
we clown people because they was organized in the things they was doing. I would look at Rick Ross like that man was organized. He got behind his shield where,
Mhm.
where people were quiet. The blue
Mhm.
silence, whether it was correction or law enforcement, whatever plan he had, it worked for him. He went to school. You know,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
knock a man for that, and then look at him now. He's a great businessman. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
great, but he's a dope businessman. He got his own businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
None of his joint getting foreclosed on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I salute Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not a straight Rick Ross fan or any of that and this and that. I like 50 Cent more. You know what I'm saying? His music more.
Mhm.
But when it comes
Mhm.
to business, smart and savvy, I fucks with the biggest boss, Ricky Ross.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He a great businessman because like you was just saying, like the way he could sell chicken, like the whole Wingstop. He put the Wingstop in his music. The Bel Air, like he promote his brand. I give him that. He could promote. He
Yeah,
could
and
promote. You
talk
know.
about lemon pepper, but it's not even about Rick Ross. It sells itself.
Yeah,
That's 50 Cent would did with the water, vitamin water.
with the
Body,
vitamin water. Yeah.
9-year-old to 100-year-old person can buy some water. So that
Yep.
sells itself. 50 wasn't in videos selling the vitamin water. They heard
Uh.
50 Cent on it. He maybe said one, two, three, and then it went off.
Yep. Yep.
Went off.
Yep.
The same
Yep.
thing with Kobe. Kobe ain't sell his drink. Like people like
Mm-mm.
some things just sells himself, and Wingstop sells itself. Who don't like wings and French fries? It
Yep.
sells itself. So
Yep.
why go buy 15 cars when you can be a franchise owner from 15 to $50,000? You can be a franchise owner. So
That's a
that car
fact.
that or matter of fact, that Audemars that you bought for 250,000, you know how many franchise joints you could have brought?
Facts. Facts.
That's
Facts.
I like dudes like that. I believe somebody says.
Facts.
Go ahead, nephew. I'm just checking on the comment.
Yeah, I just saw, and I, and I, I'm like, that is so true because like people say what they want, man. He's a
Yeah,
smart
yeah. What's
man.
up, man? He said maybe. He said maybe I missed the bug. Is this the brother I saw with Loon years ago? Yeah. What's up? This me. How you doing, big brother?
Yeah, that help. Yeah,
Did we
yeah, but nah.
did Gunplay dirty? Well, I don't really know their business if he did Gunplay
Yeah.
dirty or not. Because sometimes you may have that wild dude that you put in place in your organization and things, and they just want to be wild. They don't want to handle business. Like for instance, I don't even know what has been said on social media. I don't know per se. Like with Beanie Siegel, he had his own joint with state property, the clothing line,
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing, but Beanie kept getting in trouble, kept going to jail. How is you going to be able to sell or say your brand if you keep getting in trouble or going to jail? So
Mm-hmm.
that was the case with Rick Ross and Gunplay because he had a substance abuse issue. Gunplay had domestic violence issue. Maybe Ross was like, I like him because he up, but certain things is bad for my business, and yes, it's gonna be bad for his business. So maybe that was the case. Him doing
Mm-hmm.
the gunplay dirty. So I really don't know their business. We only know what you know, he tell us, and we only know what Ross tell us. So it's three sides: it's his side, and the truth. With I don't
Mm-hmm.
know moment, so I really don't know. Let me see another question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, nephew.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I agree. I agree. Like we don't really know what happened, you know. Like if gunplay detail more, we'll understand because he used to be with Ross a lot. But like you said, son did have a substance abuse problem. Son did was he was getting locked up for a lot of things going on with him and his baby mother,
Uh-huh.
and it was a whole lot of stuff going on with that. So you never know, you know. I know he had a situation about his daughter,
Uh-huh.
and people was getting on about how raw shit means, and you had to get a GoFundMe.
Uh-huh.
So you we never know, you know what I'm saying. But he supposed to. They say he's supposedly supposed to be going on Yayo and Uncle Murder podcast.
Yeah.
That's what they saying. So we'll see what he gonna say on the podcast with Uncle Murder and Yayo.
Like for instance, 50's supposed to have put Young Buck into place. Young Buck
Hmm.
went to G Unit twice. You know what I'm saying? He
Yep.
helped pay his taxes and things like that into the situation where he allegedly was messing with some tranny or transgender or whatever. So a lot of times you can position people and put them into
Hmm.
and they can continuously f it up and f it up, and then they have to keep
Hmm.
coming to you as you
Hmm.
they life insurance instead of making the right decisions. Instead of buying a $300 chain, you can invest that in some type of business. You can invest that into some type of land. Now we got crypto. Now we got Bitcoin
Yep.
and NFTs and all other type of things that
Yep.
you can get some type of investment in. So, but a lot of these rappers they look for the now and they don't look for the later. That's why you see so many rappers now who's financially messed up. And there's nothing wrong with him doing a GoFundMe because he may feel that before I
Hmm.
go ask this millionaire, I rather ask the people or ask people who do have some type
Yeah.
of support for me. You know.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Like you said, a lot of these financial. That's why I said financial literacy is important right now because you know outside of hip hop, a lot of dudes got to understand, man. What you gonna do outside that? You got to start investing. Like Chameleonaire, I give Chameleonaire so much props
Oh
when
yeah,
he knew that it was over for. He said, "Yo, I became a financial. I became an investor."
yeah,
Mims, he said, "Yo, I had this is why I hot. I got clown for this is why I hot. But look, I'm investing and look, I'm good in this business world.
yeah.
So a lot of dudes gotta understand, man. Like, what do you want to
Same
do
thing with
outside
Nas.
of rap?
Same thing
Facts.
with Nas. Same thing with Khalees. It's a lot of these people who you don't see, but they angel investors. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They
Yep.
look for the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Loon when he was with Bad Boy. Loon was getting at least 7 checks a month. that equal up to about 30, 40 thousand dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But with him, he had a couple of houses, he had a couple of cars. So 30, 40 thousand is going like that. You give me
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 a month, I'm lit. My house
Mm-hmm.
going, my house and my land, and I'm gonna be building and building and building. 30,000 a month. But
Mm-hmm.
some people, they want to live that lifestyle of the rich and famous and think you should have 5 cars. They think you should
Mm-hmm.
have 5 different homes and apartments here, there, and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm-hmm.
not understanding every month it's a thing called mortgage. Every month
Yep.
there's a thing called insurance. Every month there's a thing called rent.
Mm-hmm.
So so those things accumulate, and sometimes if you're moving and shaking like that, you forget to pay. A lot of dudes
Mm-hmm.
don't have. A lot of dudes ain't having their accountant pay because a lot of these accountants be stealing. So dudes got to
Yep.
check on their money. And a lot of times when you making a certain amount of money a month, you don't get to
Mm-hmm.
check on it. You miss. Some people pay their taxes quarterly. Some people pay it yearly. So it's a lot you have to do when you get in some type of money that we're not
Yep.
taught when we're younger. We're not taught on the street hustling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these dudes be Gucci down, mad chains, and be broke.
That's so
Broke.
true. That's so true. That's so true. And homes being like you said, homes being foreclosed, cars being repoed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got studios and can't pay the bills. Like
Yeah.
it be dudes be looking at them crazy because they be thinking like, yo, this dude is he the money dude, son. He got the jewelry, he got the clothes, but nigga can't pay bills.
Look at 6ix9ine before IRS started taking his journey. Everybody like, oh, he rich, he this and that. And yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
just them IRS people can come and just snatch up everything. All them
Yep.
beautiful cars he had snatched up. Thank good
Yep.
he, rich friends, like
Yep.
Leon and Vlad
Yeah.
and all of those guys, what
Yeah.
I'm saying, that he being gift Rolls Royces, being
Yeah.
gifted, I'm saying, Lamborghinis and this and that because
Yep.
he being gift jury. You know why those guys can do it? Because it's a tax write off to them.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
easy tax write off for them. But
Yep.
these guys don't got no friends like that. They friends,
No.
what they gonna give them? A pound of weed? What they
Yep.
gonna give them?
Yep.
Yo,
You
Louis
gotta
Vuitton
get.
just opened up and got this new jacket. Like, nah,
Yep.
man.
Yep. No, you right. Cause with Charleston, like Aiden Ross gave Charleston, I think he gave him like a Richard Millie or one of them watches. He gave him a nice watch.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what these dudes do when they got friends, man. They give you a watch, they give you something to call, and it ain't nothing to them because at the end of the day, they gonna get it back. Like you said, it is a tax write-off.
Yeah. You can't have friends that want what you want. I mean, want what you got and do anything to take it. You want people
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna reciprocate that same love of how you show up and how you love them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they come
Mm-hmm.
bearing gift. They not coming to your party like, oh, I can't wait to go to motherfucking big homie Gotti party because I know he got all the liquor. I know he gonna have all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a funeral. A lot of times niggas come to your funeral just to see what broads
Yeah.
is there, to see
Yep.
what niggas there, to see what celebrities is there. Niggas
Yep.
come genuinely because that was my nigga. I miss him and whoopty whoop.
Mm-hmm.
They come to see what
Mm-hmm.
type of celebrity he's gonna be. They come to see what type of honey's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is so true. That is so true, cause like I be hearing a lot of things, man, about certain people' funerals and stuff, and I be like, damn, like I didn't even know, but it be just like that. Dudes come there just for to see who there and who they can link with, and that's it. They
Yeah,
don't care.
man, that's what people don't go to parties to celebrate life anymore. Dance, have a good time, break their heels, sweat their hair. They go to see who's buying a section, who's
Yep.
throwing money. Like
Mm-hmm.
that joint is so nasty. They're going on. I'm glad I'm been out of that space of let me go out
Yeah.
again. If I go out once in a while here and there,
Yeah.
that's because I want to hear some music and be around some people and laugh
Yeah.
and people watch. But dudes is
Yeah.
coming to see who got a section.
Yep.
What a
Yep.
nigga wearing.
Yep.
It's so crazy. Like
Yeah.
dudes be so fascinated about homosexuals and hate
Yeah,
guys and stuff, but they do the
yeah,
homosexual shit. I don't want to
yeah,
be at a party with 20 dudes. I want to
yeah.
be
That
at a party
that's
with 20
crazy to
girls.
me. Hey, oh, that is so crazy to me. Like when I be seeing dudes and people be sending me things like they be going like the up there to the Bronx, the salsa. They be going to salsa a lot.
Yeah,
And I be like, yo, it be like 20 niggas on the stage, huh?
yeah.
20 niggas on the stage, niggas smoking and drinking and you might see maybe two females, but the most you gonna see is 20 niggas on the stage with the rappers. I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. I ain't going to no event where it's 20 niggas or with a
Yeah,
bunch of dudes on
yeah,
stage. And come
that jump
on, man.
crazy. Like like when I was in the club, I see dudes, they pants hanging down, they bending over trying to get the bottle so they asses in their man homeboy face.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, 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 nah. When did this ever become gangster or cool?
yeah,
Tell me, I don't care.
it's
I don't care. You want to show your $150 drawers? Like, nah,
yeah,
man. Nah. I don't
yeah,
give a fuck how much your drawers cost. I don't want to see them.
yeah. This
You
this era, this
you
era is
smoking
whack.
you smoking a hookah like a broad,
Yeah, this
like
this
it's just
era, this
crazy.
era whack. This era is whack, man. It's like it's best to just chill at your crib and celebrate life in your crib, man. Because it's like the club scene is nasty. The dudes ain't dancing with the chicks dancing with their homegirls. It's like it's a bunch of niggas showing off for other men. I don't got time for men showing off for other men. That's crazy. They supposed to be showing off for the females. Y'all showing off for other men.
Uh, even when I used to go with all the homies, I used to break away from them. Be like, cause I'm like, if I want to slide, it's hard for me to slide with 40 niggas with me.
Yeah,
I'm saying, then I go to the bathroom. I got three niggas walk me to the bathroom. Yeah, I know y'all making sure I'm okay, all right, but come on, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's too much. I don't like dudes enough to be around them constantly like that. If we not sitting talking about some sports, watching the game, playing
Mm-hmm.
basketball, like nah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be around that many dudes.
Yeah, that's
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Now women, I be around 2, 3, 50, 20, whatever, laughing, having
Yeah.
a good time,
Uh,
all
Yeah.
that. Not no dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's like you said, in this era, that's how they giving it up, man. These dudes is they got that groupie like men is the groupies now for other
Yeah,
men. I don't
you
understand
feel
that.
me, Cosmo Star? You feel me? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't. And see, the thing is with men, when we around each other, it's supposed to be a building matter. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a training. It's supposed to be a boot camp. It's supposed to be us celebrating each other. Like, yo, I'm gonna make you stronger, bro. Yo, oh, you working a job, $20? Hang out with me, bro. I got a job for you for $30. That's what men
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be doing for one another.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not passing hookah with one another, just acting like we the richest in the building. No, it's supposed to be a plan behind it. Not, yo,
Mm-hmm.
look at shorty with that fatty, I'm a smasher. Like, nah, that sport is for the young dudes. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because they haven't really graduated from boot camp yet.
Nope.
Still chasing money, and they chasing broads, and they chasing attention, because that's all you really doing is chasing attention, instead of teaching them how to move like a boss, how to act like a boss, so they can get responses like a boss.
Yep. 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 That's true. That's true. That's true. I ain't gonna lie about that. That's true.
But what's
Hey,
the next one we
you
going?
see, you see the new joint with Charleston with Vlad?
Nah, what's that? I heard him
He just
talking
did.
some junk, saying yeah he on Valet, he took Boosie's spot, but I ain't really
Yeah, so Charleston was talking about like or Vlad say to him why he wasn't on the platform. Because I thought, because Vlad first said it was because of Charleston's comments, but Vlad told the truth that
because
it
of Boosie.
wasn't Charleston, it was because of Boosie, and Boosie didn't want him on the platform. So because it's a business thing, he didn't want to bring Charleston White back on. And Charleston talk about how Vlad paid him 2K and then how he was getting 5K from Sean Cotton over there at Say Cheese, and he got paid more. So it kind of, and I understand where Charleston was coming from. It was a better business with him and Sean Cotton because he got paid his worth. When Vlad paid him
Mhm.
less and kind of lowballed him, and Sean Cotton, who was a smaller platform at the time, paid him way more than what Vlad was paying him, and he
Yeah.
and it worked. And both of them because Sean Cotton platform took off and it got bigger and bigger and bigger,
Mhm.
and Charleston White became bigger and bigger and bigger. So it worked on both realms over there. Whereas Vlad, he probably would have never got to make that much of money, and and he probably would have never got to the level that he got with Sean Cotton on Say Cheese.
Yeah. So everything worked its way out.
Yeah, it worked. I believe it did. I believe it did because the way he broke it down and the way he said it, I was like, wow. So yeah, it kind of worked. It kind of worked in the round for him because at the end of the day, Boosie, you got to thank Boosie for that because if Boosie never would have said that, I think Charleston would have still been going over there, and he
Yeah.
probably would have never been getting what his worth was.
But you know what,
So
Vlad,
yeah,
Vlad, it's a smart thing for Vlad.
yeah.
It's over there. You see it? Oh, it's a smart thing for Vlad because Vlad see him around people like Neon and Aiden Ross.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
really
Mm-hmm.
only reason because he wouldn't have never uh brought him on
Cost.
there.
Yeah, he would
What
have never
what,
brought
what
him back.
he wouldn't have never brought him back. But he over there with that streaming, that big screaming crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because people not
Mm-hmm.
getting no big interviews no more with Vlad.
Nah, 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 nah,
So
nah, nah.
he see
Nah.
he see somebody must be moving in. Yeah, yeah. Looks smaller. Yeah, so he see that you hear me, nephew?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Um he see that he's getting that type of traction. How you doing? He's getting that type of traction with Aiden Ross. If it hang up, nephew, I'm gonna call you back.
All right.
So if it
All
hangs
right,
up,
no.
yeah, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah.
still here?
So he see the attention that he's getting with Aiden Ross and Neon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. Oh, I think he went out. He went out. Hold on real quick. I'll be back, y'all. Yeah. So yeah, Charleston White waiting for Unc to come back in. Charleston White He he did his he did his big one on there. But really ain't nobody really doing big interviews no more. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a podcast now, you know, and that's the realm that everybody taking. Rappers, old rappers, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of respectable because you get to tell your own story. hmm And the stream game is taking over the internet. You know? um, a lot of people don't understand that. Is that it's a new day, you know? So it's best to like create content and get the people you rock with. You know? Tony Ayo got his podcast with Uncle Murder, which is doing good. Joe and Jada doing good. You know, everybody doing good with their podcast. You know, I think a lot of people just don't understand that because it's so caught up in people trying to take their spot. Y'all see me? I'm not angry about no rapper got a podcast. I'm happy for that because competition it would make this thing move. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need competition, especially in this game. You know, especially in this game, everybody need competition. Without competition, you don't got you know you don't got people to motivate you. You know? That's what people don't understand. And I ain't mad at the competition because I look that the social media game is about promoting great quality content. You know? And you look at some of these dudes, they ain't promoting good content. They ain't promoting good content. You know? So they could be mad at Cleveland Mason, they could be mad at Joe and Jada, they could be mad at anybody. But it's about your content, you know? You know? And that's what I'm gonna say in my next interview that I got coming up with Panda's Shop. I'm gonna speak on that. You know? Shout out to Panda Shop though. But yeah, I think I'm gonna boom this live. I probably couldn't come back on. But if anything, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to holler.